Hello, Zuko here. Hello, Zuko here.
Good morning, everyone. How the hell are you doing this fine Saturday morning? Or extremely late on a Saturday for some people in this chat. How I hope you're all having a fantastic day so far. I can say right now I'm having a wonderful day so far. It's been a really just positive morning. I had a really good night last night. I've had actually a pretty good week so far. I'm happy to be wrapping up the week. There's lots of exciting stuff in the coming up, and I hope it's exciting for you guys too. But yeah, I just wanted to also say thank you for following Sovereign's Cat and Miss XD. Miss XD, you've been here for fucking a while, and you hadn't followed? My goodness. Well, thank you for finally following. I appreciate that. As a reminder, if you do follow this channel, you do get a few follower emotes, or emats, as it were. So definitely don't forget to follow, and using the emats in Wazzy's channel will trigger the mat sound as well. Just a second. Bits on this. Also, good morning, Bits. How you doing? On this channel, it's at exclamation extra life. I probably should change it to just extra. Or actually, you know what I'll do? I'll fix that right now. I'll make it so that it's extra life or extra. Because I know Wazzy's is extra, so getting it says extra or extra life will do it on mine. Yeah. But yeah, I just hope you all are having just a really, really good day. And Mystic D building a G1 Grimlock, that's cool. Hello, Dino. How are you doing? Like I said to everyone else, hope you're having a beautiful Saturday morning / afternoon / evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. I just hope you're having a good day. That's all I can ask for, is I hope you're having a good day. But yeah. Jimmy woke up to cats pooping under the bed. Good news is, yeah, you can reach it. Bad news is, that's rough. Enjoying my morning. I'm having a really good morning, actually. Had a really good night last night. Wazzy and I went out to a local indigenous powwow, which was really, really cool. Went out to... and got to, witness the grand entry, saw all the different, dancing, all the different dances, clothes, music, the drum circles, had some Bannock. Bannock is, I have to say this right now. I'm gonna say it again when Wazzy and I stream on Monday, because I'll be streaming with her on Monday when we're playing a game together. Bannock is fucking peak. It is a fucking Bannock and fry bread, delicious as hell. And honestly, yeah, powwow was an absolute blast. Everyone was so friendly. Don't notice that our meeting tomorrow is during Pride Month. I did notice, or during Pride Parade, I did notice, if you're not able to make it, Bits, that's okay. We'll take notes and the like, and you did leave us a good picture to work off of for the item that you're working on. So if you're not able to make it, that's okay. It's just more a matter of I booked it for that time because I wanted to book it for end of August. I didn't even look to see if Pride Parade was going. I often neglect that, and I apologize for that. But if you go to Pride Parade, absolutely go for it. Yeah. Even if you only make it for some, by all means, I have to leave for any later portion of the meeting anyway, because I have a thing immediately after the meeting, so we'll figure it out. It's all good. If you can't make it, you can't. If you can, awesome. We'll figure it out. Anyway, y'all want to try to solve some mysteries and fight Vampire Edgeworth in court? Let me see. Let me go to game view. Let's hope that it's triggering. There we go. Yeah, let's do some court adventures. Hell yeah. Yeah. The last time we left off, we had started this case, the adventure of the runaway room. What this case is a man was stabbed inside a omnibus or a carriage bus in London, England. As far as we know, at first we were told there was only 2 people inside the carriage and 2 people on top. The people inside the carriage, there was only the suspect and the victim. We now just found out at the end of this that there was a 3rd person inside the carriage at the time. So there's theoretically there's another person who could be suspected of murder here. And as we found that out, we found out it was a kid. And when we found all that out, a smoke bomb went off in the court, and everyone had to evacuate. So we're just going into the recess. Also, good morning, random NPC. Hope you're doing well today. And just hope you're all keeping happy, healthy, all that. Sure it wasn't Wazzy? It might have been Wazzy throwing a smoke bomb, but sorry about that. I farted. As long as you only farted it, you didn't shit it and farted. That's what matters. No, leave the pooping up to Jimmy's cats. Speaking of crime scenes, I'm in forensic science this year. Oh, cool. Like, wait, are we talking like post-grad, like secondary school, fucking high school? I actually don't know how old you are. You don't have to tell me how old you are, but if you're saying high school, I have an idea. If you're saying beyond that, I don't care how old you are. Either way, have fun with that. That'll be interesting. Dumpling, you'll be lurking playing Far Cry 6. Far Cry 6 ain't bad. Yeah, have fun with that, dude. And all good if you have to lurk, you have to lurk. Senior year high school. Oh, okay. Wait, we never did solve the mystery of the flying pig and the whistling lobster, did we? But no, right now we're helping a rich guy who probably didn't stab this random poor guy. Though, let's be real, rich people just tend to do that and be assholes to the poor. It's the 18th of February, 12:52 p.m. in the Old Bailey. What on earth just happened in there? Mr. Naruhodo, I managed to find out what happened. Miss Susato. I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade, a type of exploding device that releases smoke. A smoke grenade? It sounds like the sort of thing ninjas use. They're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long. It's British plan. Stabbing seems normal. Yeah, that's true. Teach there's a Pokemon nerd? Oh, that's cool. But who would have done something like that? The police managed to catch someone who's trying to flee the courtroom, apparently. Flee the courtroom? Why? Well, it's a young girl of around 15, I hear. A young girl? Then could it be the other passenger that Mr. McGilded was just talking about? Smoker, I barely know her. My thoughts exactly. So he wasn't lying. Oh, what's become of Mr. McGilded, actually? There's so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here. I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's antechamber to answer questions, along with the young girl. Who is she, I wonder? What was she even doing here at the trial? She was taking a huge risk, and for what possible benefit to herself? There's another matter that's troubling me. It's like he's saying, I'm impressed by Grimlock as a model kit and can transform. Why hasn't Hasbro cashed in on this idea? Because they are so used to just doing the same old, because the same old still makes money. And I'm going to be lurking today. You know, totally fair. I appreciate you saying good morning. I appreciate it. And I'm just happy to see you. And happy to know you're doing okay. Alright, what's been bothering you, Susato? The 20 pence. Oh, according to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, he took 4 passengers that night at a fare of 5 pence each. That comes to a total of 20 pence, exactly. But now it seems there was in fact 5 passengers, which means the figures don't seem to add up again. She's right. That is strange. Reading Mr. Beppo. Counsel for the defense, kindly proceed into the courtroom. The trial will recommence in 5 minutes. Oh, thank you, officer. We'll go on straight away. Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now. I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of the trial. We'll know soon enough, Miss Susato. Maybe the defendant paid for the kid? That could be entirely true. Or that the kid snuck on. 18th February, 1 p.m., Old Bailey Courtroom. There's the kid. Oh, they look like a whippersnapper. There's the young girl next to Mr. McGilded. Look. She must have been the one who caused this disturbance before. Well, after that rather eventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGilded. Now then, Lord Van Zeeks. That's a girl? Yeah, it is. My lord. I believe you have established the cause of the smoke which veiled proceedings earlier. It seems to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade, of the sort typically employed by the army. Good gracious, the army? What in the devil's name? It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery, but she was caught. You can never trust appearances again after Dual Destiny. I haven't played Dual Destiny, actually. I kind of skipped that one. I need to grab that one. Voice acting in this game is immaculate. Just saying you give off the vibes of the characters and reading the text. That's great. Well, I appreciate that, Jimmy. I'm trying my best here. And then there's Herlock Sholm, so I made it into an Australian. Your name, girl? Are you responsible for the smoke grenade which induced such pandemonium here in my courtroom? What happened to Herlock? I don't know. Hopefully I'll find out. What is the meaning of this deplorable behavior? Ahem. If I may, my lord. Yes, Mr. McGilded? I think perhaps I ought to explain here. Why it is that this wee lass was here in the first place, and why she tied the bolt like that. It is all tied up with the events of that night, so it is. Very well, Mr. McGilded. Give your testimony. You will explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in the case. Darb Irish Scrooge McDuck. Yeah. Just what did happen that night. I do like when Ryunosuke gets all twitchy out like this. He's like, It's not like defense lawyer needs that information or anything. The young girl. On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. And begorra, a loud thud and a wee scream woke me up with a fair start. There's a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I sat him up on the seat across from me. And I turned to find out where that scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? There's a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. I remain somewhat baffled, I confess, but from what I gather, on the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding in the omnibus. Is that correct? It is exactly as the defense counsel said. This lass was the fifth passenger, my lord. Don't slouch like that, Ryunosuke. It's bad for your back. Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witnesses. Are you ready, counsel? Yes, my lord. Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start. Don't spike the camera like that. Don't look at me. He thinks we know. What is he doing with this? Alright, let's press a couple of things just to learn a little bit more here. Yeah, I'm gonna press that. That you took the back seat. And when you first got onto the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board? There were not. The captain was empty, and there was no one on the roof deck either. You were the first passenger, as it were. I see. Aye, and that's why I took the backside as I did. It is the most comfortable, so it is. Can you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat? By all means, 'tis how you already described it earlier. Talking about the seat opposite the one in which the poor gentleman who was stabbed was sitting. Like I said, 'tis the most comfortable and where I feel most at ease. And of course I enjoy gazing through the skylight from time to time as well. Alright, now we see what happens with a loud thud and a wee scream woke you up. Hyperventilating Dino in the corner. Or some wooden stakes in a whole bottle of water. Yeah, Van Zeeks is he's definitely a vampire. You can't tell me he's not. How did you say? And a scream? Ah, that's right. How can I explain it? It was like the sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise. So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor having been stabbed? Well, no, you'll remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. When the sound woke me and I opened my eyes, there wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage but the fellow on the floor. You didn't see anyone. At the same moment, you did hear a scream? Oh, thank you for the stretch reminder bits. Ugh, especially the one shoulder. Oh, from the seats above you on the roof deck, I presume. Not above me, no, my lord. 'Twas from inside the cabin. Maybe a Jojo vampire. Oh yeah, that's... You recognize that that's worse. I don't want to deal with a Jojo vampire. Although the stone masks... There might have actually been a stone mask in England at the time. But fiance's a pinched nerve, poor guy. Ah, that sucks. Yeah. Let him know I hope for his speedy recovery. Like, truly and genuinely, that's always rough. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before my eyes.
Hold it!
Press that. You set him up? The victim, you mean? That I did. On the seat across from me, as I said. You could plainly see the poor devil was already gone. And you wouldn't leave a dead man just lying on the floor now, would you? 'Tis common courtesy, so it is. Is it? I find that a little hard to believe. Lord Van Zeeks, now where would that be? You wake to find a man lying dead at your feet in a carriage. Any normal person would hail the cabman. Any upstanding member of London society, that is. Well now, as you know, I'm in something of a special line of business. The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest? Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful to the help I offer them, and some would even see me dead. So I do try, where at all possible, to avoid getting myself into tangle with trouble. Are you suggesting you're just going to leave the man there? Heavens alive, no, I was always intending to report it, so I was. Only, I had a mind to find out the whys and wherefores first. The whys and wherefores? Right you are. There are some details I wanted to understand before anyone else got to meddling. That wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do just the same? Yes, the scream he said as he heard at the same time as the thud of the victim collapsing. Yeah, that common courtesy is going to get you sentenced to death. It really is. Then I turned to find out was... Whoop. No, I wanted to press that as
Hello,
well.
Zuko here.
Oh, to follow. Hello, Dr. Liam. Good morning, and thank you for following. Enjoy your follower emats that come with following the channel. I hope you're having a great day. And welcome to some Ace Attorney Chronicles. We're here solving old-timey crimes. Who is Worth and why is he edging? That's all he... I feel like if Edgeworth is doing that, it's something he's doing because he's annoyed, I think. I don't know. Yeah, it's Vampire Liam. Yeah, I'm afraid I don't understand. Sure told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim. So I did, sir, so I did. As far as I could see, that is. What do you mean by that? Well, now, 'tis a queer thing. The wee scream I heard as I woke up came from, if you'll excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside. Oh, I know where she was. Good gracious. Under your backside. Or under your backside. And when I lifted the seat on which I'd been sitting, I found there was a wee cubbyhole there for storage. Mr. Naruhodo, we can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember? Yeah, you know what? Let's do that real quick, because I know exactly what he's talking about. So open the door and go outside, shall we? The scene of a murder tour. The seat looks reasonably soft, but it's actually rather hard when you sit on it. And only just wide enough for two gentlemen to sit side by side, really. Of course, an English gentlewoman would be dressed in such finery. It would be quite impossible for her to climb up to the roof deck, so she would have to be seated in here. A woman in kimono would have the same problem. Women's clothes are very impractical, aren't they? Has a handle. Yep, and we know this. Yep, this is a storage compartment, but there's nothing in here. It's totally empty. Something doesn't seem right here, though. But I can't put my finger on what it is. Yeah, there was tools in here. There was stuff in here before we... Yeah, there was... Also, that blood wasn't on the floor before. That's blood, isn't it? Something wrong? Oh, it's just... Well, this blood stain is so obvious, that's all. And yet, Van Zieks has made no mention of it. I suppose that does seem a little strange. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Yeah, there's been the evidence has been tampered with. They tampered with the crime scene because there was tools in here, and there was no blood stain there before. This has been tampered with. We're getting. They're trying to fuck on me. No, I am not okay with that. Yeah, we're getting in trouble. Beppo's gonna be in more trouble since he lost the tools to maintain his omnibus. Yeah. Dr. Leaf thinks so the count for West Sesame Street must be a master at counting his edge streak. Well, that's what vampires do. If they see something that minuscule, they have to count it. Alright. Now I know I'm gonna get fucked with. So yeah. This will help. Yeah, of course, the whole bus was submitted as evidence. This would be a very good time to have a thorough look around inside. Tools just had to appear and had to get pads. Wait, pads were invented back then. Arrest this man! Oh, D.S. Jonathan, how many pieces of bread have you eaten? Yeah, and that's when I found her. About the child. Say she was hiding herself? Aye, that's right. It was hard to see in the dim lamplight, but she was all curled up in a wee ball. When our eyes met, well, my heart nearly stopped beating in my chest. You're really overacting this. Still and all, I pulled her out from under there and sat her on the seat opposite so I could have a wee chin wag with her. Seat opposite? That's right, just next to the dead gentleman there. Is that this young girl next to a corpse, sir? Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in my position could often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to find out just who this urchin was, you see. While I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream. A fella's voice this time. Presumably that scream was Mr. First, who was sitting on the roof deck seats. Right you are again, I would say, sir. Looking out through the skylight, he must have seen this young girl and the gentleman with the knife in his belly. In other words, the previous witnesses did not in fact see you at all, Mr. Gilded. Mr. Mick Gilded. Sorry, forgot the Mick. What they believed to be yourself and the victim was in fact this girl and the late Mr. Mason? Here, scared woman, sit next to his corpse and try to stay calm. Yeah. Aye, my lord. I was, as I think everyone understands now, sat at the back of the carriage out of sight. It is certainly plausible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature, and readily confused perhaps with this young girl. After that, of course. With a scream from the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled up the horses. He held his horses, as it were. Thank you, I've heard enough. The events as explained are clear in my mind. However, at least one conundrum remains. Who is the girl? Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. Gina Lestrade. She's a chancer. Her hands are crossed among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. It's commonly called a pickpocket. Oh, she's a fucking thief. What? This girl here? A petty thief? I actually enjoy her vibe. Like, it's a good look. Miguel tries to seduce the judge. Yeah, he's trying to seduce everyone. Order, order! Is this true, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade, you will answer the question. Ah! How dare you? What's the meaning of this? Ah! The girl, she's gone. Open your eyes. I'm over here. I'm gonna give her a fucking... She's a rough street urchin. Oh yeah, I'll give her... Hey, what? She gets her urchin voice. Yeah. Ooh, gracious, how? I don't think witness keep that. He's Scottish. What? It's more of a Cockney accent. Yeah. What's the point of that little sidestep? It's a magic trick. I know what you lot are thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. This dirty little dipper, you say? Slipped up and got caught on the job. She got herself backed into a corner, so she knifed the gent. Go on, that's what's in your heads, ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it, though? No, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the truth, not cast... Ugh. Look, knives are for cowards. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what I do is these fingers. I'm a professional, right? Maybe not in your eyes, but I got pride in what I do. Hey, what? Oh, so hey, Eric, how you doing? Looking what I missed is finishing around Uematsume. Yeah. Somebody said how to do an Cockney accent. So I him the crush on my knee. He said, do you Cockney accent or Cockney accident? What? That's rough. That's rude. To be fair, we accused some witnesses to be murdered and turned out to be true. It does happen. Was that a gun? It was a smoke gun. Let me guess, you don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs? Oh, this? Yeah, this was in a bag I lifted the other day. Down where they keep the four-wheel drags. It's nice, isn't it? I like the pink best. Do not wave that thing in my direction again. That's Herlock Sholmes's! I can tell from the symbol on the side. So, you admit that you were riding the omnibus on the night in question? Tis alright, lass. You can tell him the truth now. Alright, yeah. Just like the Irishman said. I was right to call him Irish. The court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lestrade, as a valid and significant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please. You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question. This is a smoke gun. It's a steam pipe from steamed pipe testing facility. Oh! Is that steamed pipes? Is that like steamed hams? Alright, if I have to. Yeah, double witness time. What the girl saw. So I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. It was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I'll tell you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Pretty sure steamed gun is still illegal. I'm very sure it is. After a while, I heard this loud bang. Nearly jumped out my skin, I did. And the scream just came out. Because of that, this swell found me. He did help me get away, mind. Yes, he let you go. I fail to understand why you would let the street urchin go, Mr. McGilded. Ah, 'tis simplicity myself, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly kill the other passenger. I knew that for a fact. How? As I'm sure I said before, sir. I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself. I think a demonstration's called for. This is where I sat that night. And the cubbyhole of which you've spoken is underneath the seat, I presume. It's a wonderful stream. Good times had by all. I'm tired. Fair enough, Dr. Liam. You know, if you gotta rest, you gotta rest. If you just want to lurk or you've gotta go, by all means. Don't let me keep you, but thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great weekend. Genuinely. Yes. It does appear just large enough to accommodate someone of the girl's stature. Steam pipe? But they're grilled, and oh my lord, what is happening in there? The Queen's Dance. Aye, but of course, the wee lass was stuck in there, as I parked myself on the seat for the duration. Oh. So you see, that's why I let the lass bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't live with myself if a young life was ruined when all the time I knew she was innocent. Even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question. Not at all, my lord, not at all. Huh? I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought, it was worth taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate lass. My goodness. Oh, what a perfect gentleman. My lord, this fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime like this. I'm ashamed of myself for ever doubting you, sir. Yo, we're gonna get free innocence? With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Holy shit! Did we... What? Saints alive. All 6 members of the jury consensual in their leaning towards a verdict of not guilty. Is Van Zieks going to use the summation examination? Sir Naruto, well, it must mean... It must mean what? They were victorious. We've won? Are you sure?
Objection!
Leggy! Just stick Leggy out real far. What the fuck, Van Zieks? Get your foot up there. If the sight of my iron-heeled Wellington offends, pray do just forgive the discourtesy. No, we're not subscribed to your OnlyFans. Get your boot out of here. This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in the British judicial practices. Huh? Where evidence and reasoning should be paramount, emotion rules the day. Objection, JP Robert, your judge. What? Emotion? The witness's last statement gives a clear insight into his true nature. What do you mean, his true nature? You really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police. Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the witness put it, was included in their investigation. Oh! The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings. It's noted in black and white here in the police report. Good lord. The evidence has been tampered with. Oh! In order to corroborate Mr. McGilt's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat. What? I was right. Someone tampered with the evidence. He's an updated autopsy for the omnibus. Oh shit, you're right, Miss XD. Man cannot slam his leg under the table in such a slutty pose and not be begging for the judge to take him raw to try and win this case at the last resort. Yeah, that's illegal. Order, order. How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been effected, counsel? Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies of the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty. I agree with him. Well, my Nipponese friend? Me? When the carriage was submitted as evidence, doubtless you examined it in fine detail, as would any self-respecting practitioner of the law. Pray, what did you find the condition of the underseat compartment to be? To be sure, the young gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy. Sorry? Go ahead, you tell the court now, fella. This is all an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Van Zieks. No, someone did tamper with it, I'm not gonna lie. Well, counsel, do you have something to say on this matter? How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of that little compartment of the seat in the omnibus? It wasn't empty. Wait. Save. Save just in case, but I'm going to tell the truth. That's the thing. I am a practitioner of discovering the truth. It wasn't empty. Really don't know if giving this answer is helping my case, or causes counsel for the defense. But as far as I remember at least, when I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there was a number of articles inside it, yes. Are you sure, Counsel? Ah, that'd be whist. What are you saying now, you daft doll? Thought you were on my side here. No, I'm here for truth. What game are you playing? Your task is to defend the man in the stand. Why would you say something to compromise his position? As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess that I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me I should state what facts I do know as clearly and honestly as possible. Interesting. 'Tis not altogether pleasing, fella. I'm simply telling you the truth, Mr. McGilded. Oh, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interest here, lad. Now then. Set on fire after you get the tools proper care. Exactly. That's your truth. I'm here to set something on fire, Dr. Manley. Yeah, no, we don't. No, we can't do that. Females and tools are all females that go to the tool department. All the blood is for them for getting pads. We can't set on fire yet. Stop setting things up. Ms. XD, you can't set this on fire. Go set something else on fire. Elsewhere, not in this courtroom. Or this stream. And please don't actually commit arson. Like, go find a candle or something. Fella's memory is a curious thing, and not altogether reliable. No, the court must consider the facts. Not their cubbyhole under the seat. It's as empty as the devil's heart, so it is. Do you think perhaps it would be in your best interest now to admit that you might have been mistaken? Why? Why do I feel like something's not right here? I should like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think. It's fire in the courtroom, it's the fires in the vampire's pants. You gotta put it out by punching it. You gotta fucking smother it with fists. That compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. Guild's rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times, so it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. Peppo isn't that irresponsible. That money letting fleece around his pick purse, they're lying. You know what? That's okay. I want to win this legit. Ah! I can't believe I was nearly taken in. This stinking rich are always stinkers. Nothing but cowards, a lot of them. What? Oh no. It's a trick. Of course it's a trick. Quite so. I must concur here. Yeah, rebalance this court, please. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Yes, but every time a different truth, it seems. My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly, a verdict of not guilty this time would be wholly inappropriate. Thank you, counsel. Before we proceed any further, there's the matter of the outstanding cross-examination. Yeah, I still have to cross-examine. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please. Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial just shifted, almost beyond recognition. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem. Juror number 1 looks like the other father is more focused on being a good father, and the court has less problem with gay vampires. So sneak inside the carriage before they hook up the horses like always. Yeah, I'll press on that. I'm gonna learn. So you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run. Well, yeah. I mean, what's the point of spending a Joey to make a few bob, eh? That's a rum idea, ain't it? Especially means there's no point in spending money to make money. It actually does make sense. Counsel, may I remind you that this girl's a petty thief? Can only refrain from entertaining her tenants. Well, that does clear up the little mystery of the fares and all. 4 paying passengers 5 pence apiece, making the 20 to which the cabman testified. And one little scapegrace riding for free. Red Concord driver always goes for some grub before his last run, see? And so that's when I step in the carriage and get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, right? Hear the Barely's I hear scream. This really is UK. Yeah, it is. Our hiding place is a storage compartment. Full of equipment for the coach, you know. Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there, sure. I'll just chuck all that and cram in the corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much. And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the corner was full of such paraphernalia. I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you. Seems to reach the end of that line of inquiry. Continue. Right, I'll waste the time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night.
Hold it!
Waste of time? Why's that? Most nights I'm on my own in the God permit, at least some of the time. I beg your pardon, did you say God permit? Oh yeah. That's what my kind of call it. They say the omnibus, I suppose. Point is, any normal run, the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while. And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away? That's it. Only that night. This Culver sat on my seat from the start. And he didn't budge all the way, did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck. Do you mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under the seat the entire time? While events unfolded in the enclosed cabin? Here. Right, mister. To be sure. I was as shocked as anyone. Won't be surprised if Gina and her luck are related. Yeah, they might just be. You don't expect to lift the cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do you? So this missile strike couldn't possibly be the culprit then. I tell you, can't say a blind thing of that hiding place. It's pitch in there.
Hold it!
So you can see out into the cabin at all. Not a jot. Most days I just push the cushion up with my head and look out the crack. I can have a butcher's at who I'm gonna fiddle. They're a pickpocket, not a butcher. I mean, I have a look. See, I get under ain't as plush as the other one, see. So most of the time, the passengers plant themselves opposite. For some reason that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head. And for that reason you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out, I see. Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark places. Feels too much like being thrown in the clink. It's the only place to hide in them carriages, so it's Hobson's choice. Why didn't you just stick to picking people's pockets in the open then? So there's some reason that she's not letting on, judging from her demeanor. Anyways, I was a bit scared. Scared. I had to just stick it out under there. Nothing else for it. What? Yeah, and after a while...
Hold it!
When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? Could have been, suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump. You let her scream, involuntarily. That's right. And I felt the cushion over my head get lighter all of a sudden. Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes. Or not. It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab the victim, could it not? Well, girl, do you see what happened at the crucial moment? Yeah, I saw it. I pushed up the cushion and added quick butchers while I had the chance, didn't I? Irishman sitting up the boat with water falling on the floor in the seat opposite. That matches Mr. McGilty's account, of course. She's guilty, throw her in the twink. I mean, the clink. Yeah, she's not a twink. Well then, the fellow suddenly turns around and looks right at me. I sunk back down again, but it was too late by then. I should never have risked looking. So that this well found me. You'd help me get away, mine.
Hold it!
And when Mr. McGilda discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place. I was scared stiff, I was. He dragged me out and sat me down on the seat and all. Next to the victim, Mr. Mason? Yeah, Look had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. Then the carriage lurched a bit and he ended up falling onto me. Ugh, how awful. Both my hands got covered in blood. Made me feel sick as a dog. Both her hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passenger saw. After that, I believe you talked to Mr. McGilden for a while. Is that correct? He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know my name and what I was up to and all that. And I heard something from up above. Someone screamed. Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume. I didn't want no one seeing my face, so I didn't look up. Then the officers were drawing up smartness, and this here Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see you can get away later." All 6 members of the jury decided the defendant was innocent. For one brief shining moment, yes. It's clear they're all still very unsure. We could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony. Sure, we can conclude everything we want. Yes, I think you're right. I have this niggling feeling. Something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. Okay, so it's not that. No. Here's a loud bang. Now, what would it be? I'm going to quickly pause, because I think this is where I have to... Because we just need to find conclusive evidence. Let's stay on the right glove. Largest knife. Double checking the whole shebang. I'm pretty sure I've already done this. Yeah, I've already done everything here just to see it. Yeah, that is blood on the knife. Yeah, Willy Wonka killed them. I don't think Willy Wonka did it. Yeah, if we crack this open, yeah, because it's only stuff with Bruce Fairplay. I feel like we're missing evidence here. This is an N before, and they changed the W for Wumbo. I mean, that's also possible. I feel like this is going to be best bet, but I need to...
Objection!
Nope. Let's just consider the implications of that statement for a moment, shall we? No implications, Counsel. Nothing strikes me about it. Exactly. There's nothing striking about it. Oh, it does strike me as your propensity for the inane, however. I'm gonna load. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I need to repress? Let's try repressing. Bang. Movement exposed, I remember so well. Just maybe jump. Or not. Give me the... Yeah, I saw it. Push up curtain. Okay, this is gonna be interesting because I'm like, I'm honestly not sure what to present. Let's see if I was. He's a victim, Mr. Mason. Yeah, knife cut, still bleeding. There's just a bit, and he fell onto me. Yeah, except... Yeah, because... Yeah, I'm stuck. I'm not sure what to pull here. Yeah, like, I'm... Yeah, I don't know what to present. Let's blitz in on the right glove. I'm just trying to see if there's anything. Yes, crack this open. It's quite a large skylight, isn't it? It's quite large enough to afford a good view into the cabin from the roof deck. There doesn't seem to be appear to be a handle to catch any description. I suppose it can't be opened from inside the cabin at least. Yep, and we pop this open. Bloodstain is still there. Hope you're ready to good vibes. Yeah. Skeleton's going to skeleton prom. Well, you know what? If your skeleton's going to go to skeleton prom, you should probably follow it. But you have, if you gotta go, you gotta go. It's been a pleasure talking. It's really nice to see you. Clear this secret compartment. Okay. And this bloodstain, which is. Actually, it looks more like it might be spilled wine than anything. Yeah. You see enough? Let's step back outside then. Yeah, go start. I like the big oops he caused in the power. On the power plant. So we take the omnibus. Like, I can't present the whole ass omnibus, and I'm not picking up any specifics. Like, I am... Yeah, I am stuck. Yeah, like... Didn't really score for the coach. Just check that all that out and come in the corner somewhere. Yeah, but there's no corners for her to chuck it into.
Hold it!
Okay, I might have to actually Google, yeah, God permit. There's the character duration. Yep. Maybe we're not seeing the picture here. Can possibly be culprit then. Okay, let's press this again. Let's double check. Still a bang, so I'm falling to the floor. Could have been, I suppose. Don't remember so well. Why does he maybe jump? I'm screaming voluntarily. That's right. And then I felt the cushion over me. I get light all of a sudden. Presumably, I got up in order to help the victim. Yes. Or not. People just distract him. Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment? Yeah, I saw it. Yep. So, question, a quick question without the chance. Yeah, I can't. I can only close the chest thing. I can't interact with anything inside because it's not me. Actually,
Hold it!
okay, I'm gonna try this again because.
Excuse me.
Didn't accidentally Mr. McGilded. Oh, note that be, fella. Do you have something to say about that last statement? Really, I'm allowed. Oh, not really. I'm altogether happy with what's been said. Kinda asked still and all. Here, have yourself a tip. Ah! Does he think I was asking after his general well-being? There's something in here. Yeah, I can only close it. Yeah, I can't interact. I wish I could. Come in, I suppose. I don't remember so well. So I feel like I gotta be interacting with them at some point. Maybe jump. Not scream involuntarily. Yep, I got up to the victim. Hey, can you burn it out? You can burn it when we're done the case. Promise. He's not reacting. Yeah, the Irishman was sitting with the local fallen for seat opposite. Message Mr. McGill to come of course. The fellow turns around and looks right at me. Never risk looking. Yeah, this isn't... I think... Yeah, let's press on this again. Let's try here again. As you can see out in the cabinet at all. No, job. Just pretty good. Look at the crack. Yeah, which is who I'm gonna fiddle. Got a pickpocket and a butcher. Yeah, look. Speaking of areas, plus the other one, see? Most time passengers plan was opposite. For some reason that night, the Saracen sent the whole journey right over me head. And for that reason, you were unable to push the cushion up to peek out, I see. Truth is, I drive in smaller places. Just too much like things on the clink.
Well, no.
Oh!
Excuse me.
Excuse me? Is something wrong, Mr. McGilded? Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Counsel? I'm just wondering if Ms. Lestrade's comment made something occur to you, perhaps. You seem to be thinking something to yourself. Oh, no. 'Twas nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass is all. I remember feeling desperate myself as young lads shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrifying, so it was. I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now. Aye, and I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well. Yeah. I suppose it does, maybe. What? Miss Lestrade, did you hear something tonight? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? Nah, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. But jabbers, there's no need to tell the whole world of me foibles, you little scamp. What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue. Yes. What should we make of that last statement of hers? Yeah, it's profoundly important. Let's add that in. My lord, I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important. Profoundly important? But all she said was that she heard nothing. Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it. I'm almost sure that I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern mind, Counsel. Nevertheless. Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please. What? Supplement? What are you on about? What? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. Well, it won't work on me. That's right. Insult the judge. Oh, it's a good move.
Hold it!
Let's press the... Got a new statement. Let's press it. So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time? Since the moment you hid yourself? Not exactly, no. Sorry? There's no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a butcher's to see what was what. Then when I saw this swell getting on, it got my head down so he didn't notice me. And Mr. McGilded sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct? Here, will you have an either, eh? What a mug. All I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out here as soon as I heard him leave, you see. But wait, not likely. Even though we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. So I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pigs to market. Short and snore like an old dog he was. Are there any conclusions we can draw from this, I wonder? Yeah, this doesn't add up. Wait a minute. You only heard one person get on? Mrs. Stride, what you just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts. Ah. At odds? Are you sure, man? Absolutely. It seems my Lord Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I feared. So Van Zieks realized it too. Yeah. Counsel, I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least. Yes, my lord. I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court. According to Miss Lestrade, while she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGildett's snoring. I think, Greenose, think. There's something else she should have heard. Show a person. There's another person who should have entered that bus. Very well, my lord. Allow me to elaborate. On a particular sound that Mrs. Lestrade could not have failed to hear on the night in question. The sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person.
Take that!
Thrice-fired Mason. Thrice-fired Mason? Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade cannot have failed to hear is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus. Order! Explain your reasoning, counsel. Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct? Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the public, didn't I? And the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGilded. That it was, not the soul who was in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least not in plain sight. So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time. Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own for sure. And from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey, during which time did you not hear the door opening or closing at all? Nah, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, weren't it? Waiting for this to leave. In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage? Ah. We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did, or did not hear, is at odds with the facts. Yes, this petty thief's statement was clearly flawed. Lord Van Zieks? Yes, he knew. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. What are you talking about? You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Their words are convenient untruths, nothing more. He's dead right. How could the victim possibly not aboard the omnibus? That makes no sense whatsoever. And this girl's a pickpocket. Let's not forget that. Uh-oh. Granny, no! She didn't even say anything. I didn't want to judge the dear little maid just because she has some rather naughty ways. I must say, I can't abide liars. Neither can I. Mr. Foreman, I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways, but I must say, I cannot abide liars. No, stop throwing napalm! Ah! Mr. Naruhodo, that's 5 jury members leaning towards guilty now. Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Nipponese friend. To the considerable troubles you've spared me. Yes, very refreshing. Yarg! Yarg, what are you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for, you useless Eastern Amadon? This is carnage. It's perfect. Jury number 2 is the only one left. Mr. Naruhodo, the way this is going... I know, if we can't find some new way to convince everyone Mr. McGilda's innocence, the judge will rule and we'll have lost. I very much wanted to believe the words of one of the London's most respected gentlemen, but those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Hold it!
Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed entirely new light on this whole case. What are you saying? Counsel. I'm sorry, sir? Whatever do you mean? Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my education. Explain yourself at once. Oh, fuck. When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand. Yeah, the victim's body was found inside the carriage, If this penny thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? It's a good call on the skylight, but there's no handle on it. I actually just checked that very recently. There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. Would there be another entrance? That's a good question. I want to say there would be another entrance, but... like... let's go with another entrance. Another chest thing. The door wasn't opened even once, and the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way. I wonder what new fantasy you come up with in your blind panic. Now behold, the omnibus is here for all to see. Only one side of the closed cabin is furnished with a door. The other has only windows. Fixed windows which cannot possibly open. In short, there's no entrance to the cabin other than the door. But there could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered. Oh, really? Yes. One other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the closed cabin. I'm actually going to double check. Omnibus sounds like the name of a transformer. It kind of does. There's a latch on the... There's no latch on the inside. Yeah, can I... Yeah, there's a latch on the... outside. There's no latches on the inside. You're absolutely right. It is. Alright, Council. Events will identify the location for the court. Here's the omnibus on which the incident occurred. Warned with this entrance by which you propose that the victim enter the cabin. Oh, easy.
Take that!
The answer's obvious. It can only have been the skylight. I say the skylight? Skylight? Oh, I got a hiccup. Sorry.
Objection!
Your ludicrous proposal almost has me lost for words. However, skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through.
Objection!
So you claim. But do you have a shred of evidence to support your addle-brained theory? Both Mr. McGilded and Ms. Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor. Yes, which has already been explained, as the sound of the victim falling from his seat, having been assaulted with a dagger. Yes, it has, but would a man slipping from a seat on the floor really make such a loud noise as the witness described? A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let an involuntary cry, in fact. Good gracious. Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it. You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin. That's simply impossible. How can you be so sure? Because the victim had fallen inside through the skylight as you say. The passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And yet not one person made mention of such events in their testimony. Well, yes, that's true. But might a humble fella make a wee comment here. After this trial of Van Zeke's case has lost all logic or sense. Yeah, it's going a little wild here. Mr. McGilded? To be sure now, the two fellows who were sat on the roof that testified afore said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not so much a case of them not saying, but aye. 'Tis a case of them being unable to say. What? I think perhaps the two fellows do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would you not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Humph! Oh my goodness, surely not. Those two chaps on the roof. I can't pick an accent for him. You mean the ones who stuck that knife in the man were... Ag? Just what exactly are you insinuating here, you blitherer? You rotter, he said. You rotter. What are you insinuating? Why are you twerking at the bank, man? Stop twerking, first. This is a flaming outrage. I've got a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute. He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said. And so will I. Stop throwing it down. Mr. Fairplay. You're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and well-respected banker. And me, a very angry hatter. Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. I protest. I protest in the strongest possible terms. That's right, I protest too. But you rotten scoundrel. Mad as a hatter, he's hopping like a hare. Yeah, he really is. Order. This is not the time, witnesses. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom at once. But this is beyond reason, my lord. It's outrageous.
It's very hurtful, you know.
My lord, if I may comment. Go ahead, Lord Van Zeeks. It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witnesses. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof. Remember when I said those hats were curated in mercury? I think those are the first symptoms. They might just be, Eric. I think you're onto something here. Accused? I never intended to. It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. Hey. You propose to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. Hello, Leorar. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good, lovely Saturday. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand that the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. Anyway, yeah, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're keeping. Welcome to the stream. I'm Matt, or PJ Prolix, as some people may know me. Yeah, just welcome to the stream. I just hope you're having a good day and you're ready for some more crime solving. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimated their criminal guilt. In all British courts of law, that's what is termed a baseless accusation. Ugh. I know it's rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but I can't just dismiss it without a second thought. What are we wasting time for, see? Get them to testify. Having lunch and looking for crime solving guys to make cool poses. You found several. I'm good. And good to hear that you're good. I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow. We're to see this matter through now, one way or another. This filth and rubbish on your midst, we must dispose of it at once. What's happening, Mr. Naruto? Spectators in the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy. Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. My lord? You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony in reference to the indictment brought by the defense. Yes, my lord. I didn't come here for this. There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward. Reading the accusation. We were the only two people up on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear to that. If anything had happened while we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed? In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't have possibly opened it. If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? That's a good question. I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck, without the other noticing forthwith. That's right, you see. We're innocent, I tell you. Logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you are in collusion with one another. What? Eh? According to investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings. Ha! Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich. Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy? Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please. Oh, yes, my lord. Put him in contempt of court for excessive twerking. Sometimes he's just gotta throw it back. Alright. We're the only two people up on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear to that.
Hold it!
Yeah. So no time did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck? Absolutely not. Dickon! No question about it, he said. Not at all. Oh, but yes, of course. I remember seeing them both. I saw the victim inside the closed cabin talking with this man here. Is this true, Mr. McGilded? Dear me, my lord, at the risk of repeating myself, I boarded the omnibus alone and nodded off inside almost immediately. That's an outright lie. Without doubt, you're engaged in... Let me stop you there, fellow, and ask, do you have any evidence at all? At all? Ah. It's all about evidence in the court these days, so it is. You do well to remember that.
Ah, I saw you with my own eyes.
This is going so well. Murder poisoning, man, the good old America had lead poisoning. Yeah. They learned it from watching England, to be fair. It was on the final run of the omnibus at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It would certainly have been quite dark. Perhaps too dark to see clearly?
Is this some kind of a lark?
Is this some kind of a joke, you said? Is that what this is? Or perhaps one of the other of you fell asleep briefly?
Are you fair dinkum, sir?
Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. It's impossible, I tell you.
I'd give you the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bitter cold. If you did manage it, your eyelids would freeze shut and you'd never open them again.
That's extreme. It is extreme, I tell you. I had to put up with it because this man had locked the door. Any true gent would have unlocked it and let me in when I knocked. I'm dreadfully sorry about that young fella. But you see, I was away with the fairies and didn't hear you at all. That's a lie. I saw you through the glass. You were talking to someone. Now, 'twas a cold night, so it was. People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. It's hardly surprising. Seeing things? Seeing things?
I believe we've reached an impasse here on this particular point.
Look, you. Don't take it personally now, lad. If I'm a suspect in this case, then 'tis only fair that you and the other fiend are too. Open and free competition is what capitalist society is all about. This isn't a competition that you'd like to be involved in, really.
In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. I'm going to press on that.
So you had never met Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason before?
Oh, no, not once, never.
I never met the man before, I said. Never.
And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either?
That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir.
No, I imagine not. See? How many different ways can I put this? Neither of us have the remotest connection to the gentlemen who were inside the cabin. I'll pursue that.
Mr. McGilded?
I locked it. Oh, shit. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
I am very sorry for the interruption there. That was entirely my fault. Thanks for the meme. No! Don't meme it! No! No! I'm gonna get memed. I'm sorry. Wazzy, I'm sorry. I fucked up. I absolutely fucked up. Yeah, Wazzy was going for a bike ride, and I was seeing her off on her bike ride. And as a force of habit, I closed the door, and I locked it, because a force of habit, I locked the back door. And I didn't think about it. I am very, very sorry. Wazzy has every right to be mad at me. Ugh. Give me a moment to catch my break. Yeah, that was very much an oopies poopies, but I was here to let her in, so obviously, like, it's okay. Like, it's not okay. I fucked up. I'm gonna get in my pockets. Yeah, that's, like I said, on me. I fucked up. I'm sorry. I believe Matt locked his wife aside. One of my ex-wives divorced because of that. Which one, though? He had, like, a bunch. Ms. 60 saying, I hope you had a nice bike ride, Wazzy. You know what? I hope so, too. I hope that me being a doofus is the one bad thing that happened. Oh, my goodness. Give me a second. I need to catch my breath because I just ran to the door. Oh, I lost count. Didn't tell us a panel said, I'm sorry. I will buy you an apology ice cream later if you'd like. I fucked up, is what I did. Forgot the bike pins I have pockets at home. Might have been that. Yeah, I'm dead. Oops. Nice console. What can I be doing you for? Alright. Back to this. Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow? Not the remotest connection. Is that right now? I wonder.
What are you insinuating now?
I'm gonna start. Excuse me, who murdered Matt? Yeah, good luck, Naruhodo. You're gonna have to solve my murder. I guess the fuck is hot so shorts. Yeah, you know what? Totally fair. Ah, Mr. Fairplay. It has been too long, so it has.
Huh?
If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe it's fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date. Anyway, sorry for interrupting us, Crimes. Crimes are good. We found a street urchin. You'll see on the right. There's this pedal-shaped mark on his back. Yeah, I'm gonna get beaten with a bike. It's gonna be bad for me. Oof.
I beg your pardon?
You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir. Crispy Fruity, one of the guys who says mercury poisoning. I think we've lined up who murdered it. I think it was the two guys on one of the two guys on the left stabbed him and threw him through a skylight into it. Me and Grimlock attend your funeral. Oh no.
At an unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion.
He's a JoJo. It's a star, I swear.
I'm a JoJo now?
You know what? I'll go with it. Well now, is that the touch of begrudgery, is it? Sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off on another.
Urgh!
And young Mr. First. Well, me, sir? What do you want with me, sir? You do be making hats for a living, do you not? Had that top hat sliding about on your head. Is that one of your own creations, is it? Oh, well, I'm just an apprentice, you understand. I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door. The perfect fit, is it? Well, it is a very distinctive design, so it is. Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch. Customers, such as twice-fired Mason. Ah. There's a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence before, my lord.
This, you mean?
I can't help thinking that the poor fellow's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say? Oh! That's one of my hats. Aye, that it is. So it seemed like the brickmaker was a customer of yours. The sort of customer I'd wager. You could have had a wee quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods. Oh, no, sir. Absolutely not, sir. Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here have the remotest connection to the victim, you see. The blonde is the one mercury poisoning? Oh yeah, he definitely is. He has the shakes and the hops. I rest my case.
You little weasel. Arg.
He's better at this than I am. Gosh, Mr. McGill has certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he? Please, don't let me, little interruption, hold up the proceedings. I got an achievement for that. Skylight was shut the entire time. Couldn't have possibly opened it. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Yeah, it's chicken here. You're quite certain about that? The skylight was shut the entire time?
I'm gonna lose my block with you in a minute.
He's gonna lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said.
Take a look for yourself. Go on. You see? Shut fast now, just like it was on the night.
So it is, of course. A fellow the size of Mr. Mason could likely break right through it, still and all.
What?
Just looking at the size of the tin, you understand.
Alright, now you just hold on there, mister. The size of the ting means nothing. Not on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we?
Let's stop biting our cane, shall we? I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind, loudly. I shocked myself with it as it happened.
You farted. This guy you farted. This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First.
Oh, I just mean to say, well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see. But, just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went red as rouge, I did.
Are you expecting me to sentence you?
Oh, no, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be opened. I tried and tried when I was inside the cabin of shame.
Nine.
You know what? Let's pursue that, Gina. Dude farted.
Yeah, I can't believe these goofy ass is the killer. And the character scheme, yeah, I love the character design in Ace Attorney games. Genuinely. The design, the fucking ridiculous fucking names. Like, it is... Like, it's peak. It's peak silly, and it's all around murder. So it's like, it's that, it's really a really fun contrast. Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Who could forget Biff Stroganoff? Yeah. And Curio Correcata. The curio collector. Miss Lestrade. Would you mind buying this in No Man's Sky but keep loving the dialogue? Honestly, No Man's Sky you'll get more gameplay out of. But this I would find is very fun gameplay in and of itself. It's a very good enclosed experience. It opens. Skylight. That's what we're talking about, right?
Why are we letting your grenade load a fucking smoke grenade?
All them skylights open, dead easy.
Really, is you think you can load that weapon?
That's a lie, I tell you. Others when I broke wind, You can't do it from inside, you mug. Oh. Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck of one of them drags. And I had a great haul. I mean, I had purses coming out of my ears.
Miss Lestrade, this is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities.
Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he hot wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't hop off the bus and leg it. So what I did was, as I used the skylight, open the catch and jump right through. What? Yeah, the catch from the skylight is on the top side. That's why I can't open them from the cabin.
Prosecutor loves guns but not screaming.
Yep. Skylight opens from the roof deck?
Bailiff. Climb up onto the roof of the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims.
Yep, I can see the catch. Oh, and it slides too. That's fancy.
Ah.
Oh, my hat. See?
Order, order, order! So it appears that this street girl's statement is quite true.
I don't believe it. The skylight opens. And from the roof deck. Mr. Naruhodo. This could be a clue that we've been looking for. That's a great omnibus. If it wasn't for Saving for Buying Furniture, I'd get No Man's Sky. I have No Man's Sky. I got a day one release on the PS4. I still have it. And I'm pretty sure it would scale up to PS5 at this point. Haven't checked because I haven't touched it since it first came out, but I know it's a completely different game at this point. And Counsel for the Defense, please continue with your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. So the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. So that's... Yeah, let's examine that top door. Now that we know the top door opens. The skylight was fastened shut before. Well, the catch has been undone. We should be able to open it. Oh, wait a goddamn minute. You can certainly see inside the cafeteria through this opening for sure. Yeah, and there's a line of closed cabin. I'm sure the witnesses would be able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us. Yeah, I don't want to look at that. I want to look at the door. Do I have to go inside of it to open it? Yeah, let's try looking at it from the inside, because it's not... Because I can see the bloodstain from here. I have it on PC. One of those switch to. I don't have a good PC to run it. Yeah, you know what? That's completely understandable, actually. I got PS4. I could upscale it to my PS5. Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Might have to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Naruto. Why someone like me? Ah! What is it? Look, just here. Look at this. That's, without question, it's blood. Why would there be a bloodstain there? Surely, it can't be unrelated to the case, can it? Yeah, it's definitely... That's definitely related. Yeah, now on this fifth statement. Yeah, where's your proof? I have the proof by looking at an omnibus.
Objection!
Objection. Needs to catch up. On that in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach. And immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts. And the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. The victim opened it, not the other way around? No, I think it was one of these two. One of these two stabbed him, and then pushed him through, but then got blood on the door on the way through. That's got to be it. That's utter humbug. You can't possibly have any evidence. No, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible. Irrefutable proof here in this courtroom. In this courtroom, and this day, in this country. Yes. Off topic, they look like lovers and that's funny to me. Hey, they might be for all we know. They might just be secret lovers. Counsel? My lord. I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here, Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? You will point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight. I will. Just gotta look up. It's right there. Oh, wait, no, this is just the talk again. Why do you have to kick someone like you through? Why someone like me? Yep. Just here, look at this. Yep, this is obviously related to the case. Irrefutable proof in this economy.
Got it!
Got it. By Jupiter, is that blood? Arg! This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my. And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime. No. Order.
Hold it.
But the blood could have sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin. I only found its way to that one particular spot on the skylight. Sure, and that would be very convenient. And let's keep it in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But... There's no way to know for certain, is there? If the gent really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? It is all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fellow dropped from a fair height, right there, so it is. But yeah, that was tampered too.
What? No.
But it can't be. It's all
Lies.
Hold it!
My fellow jury members. I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we?
I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now with the filthy rubbish we found in this courtroom.
So they thought they could pull a wool over my eyes, did they? I won't tolerate any of the guilt's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful part couldn't have done such a thing.
On three then, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Objection!
Oh, we're being objected. A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh? And what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zeeks?
A blood stain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void. What? Why? For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed.
Objection!
What are you talking about?
It's there for all to see. It's clearly blood.
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can say with absolute surety that no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least not until this trial began. But are you suggesting, Lord Van Zeeks, that this stain of blood was fabricated, my lord? Yes. And while this court has been in session. What?
What a palaver. I must say, I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Zeeks. But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey.
Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoid getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts.
Adapt the facts? What does that even mean?
When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir.
Tut tut, Lord Van Zeeks. This will not do, to be sure. Will it now, Consul?
Oh, no.
I think it's fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say? But, if you will all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there had been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly put a smear of blood on it without the world and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, Consul?
It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time that the court's been in session. My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words.
As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think.
Yeah, it very much could have been possible. There's a specific point in time where it was very easily possible. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best I can. But still, it feels as though there's something even more important at stake here. Yeah, the truth. There's no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility. Oh. Good gracious. Explain yourself, counsel. Yes, there is. Seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit. Deceit? I'm sure everyone still remembers it clearly, the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. Yeah, there was going on. Careful, Mr. Naruto, cover your face. Yeah, don't let the accused escape, secure the omnibus. Flashback time. Bang, bang. Emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defense in custody and clear the courtroom. The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. Yeah, it is absolutely plausible. In fact, probable. Are you wise? What are you trying to pull, you rotten, feckless gouger? Feckless gouger? You're supposed to be defending me. 'Tis a wicked plot. 'Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is.
Objection!
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies? Such as... To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, the compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I've said, I was not present at the start of the trial this morning. Unfortunately, Lord Van Zeeks, no one's able to corroborate your claims. That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut. Accordingly, I'm afraid to say, we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord. No doubt there is not a single person who saw fit to verify such things. What do you think? Sorry? About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? I have an inkling. My lord. Yes, counsel? There is one further inconsistency. A mark that could surely not have been present at the start of the trial. What? What in the devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare to betray me, little maggot, you'd better start watching your back.
Objection!
Silence, McGilded. The court awaits the defense's clarification. Urgh. This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here? I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. Where exactly is the alleged mark that you claim appeared at some point during the trial? Whoops. Forgot this was first why to present. Yes, this ketchup stain? This is a little strange. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this?
Got it!
If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, we certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this blood stain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom. Good lord. Yes, I do believe you're correct, Counsel. Well said. Although as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue. I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether or not that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Yeah, I'm a defense attorney who's actively saying, yeah, you know what? I genuinely feel like this is fake. Arg. Arg! This trial is over. Mr. Begilded? I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but it is all over now. But you're the defendant. 'Tis over, I tell ye. What the fuck? Yeah, this guy definitely did it now. Memory, recollection. What people think they saw, 'tis all a nonsense. Facto accounts, and the fact is that bloodstain is there. Now. Well. And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. It's true. I'm scandalized, so I am. Thought better of Lord Van Zeeks. Well, my lord. I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular blood stain in question is very much in existence, in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence. I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue. Your lordship can't be serious. Lord Van Zeeks, what is your position? Prosecution, my lord. There's no further witnesses or evidence to present. Very well. In that case, as I believe you've explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I'm of course obliged to confirm with the defense first. What formality? As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilder will be found not guilty. Yes, which would mean we've won. Is that really the right outcome here, though? Is it really all right for the trial to come to an end now, with all these unexplained inconsistencies? Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please. Yes, my lord. The defense believes the defendant could be guilty. Say it right. I'm here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot go all cautious to test fully to the defendant's innocence. What are you saying, man? Without any question, there's no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there's also no conclusive evidence to prove that he's innocent. Good gracious me. Yeah. I'm saying we have no proof. Mind you, it is innocent until proven guilty, so he does walk free. But, like, order. This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused innocence into question? Are you of sound mind? Oh, 'twas a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was. A grand decision. What? I must say, I didn't quite expect such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your troubles. Ah! Your job here's done, fella. It's a fine work you've done, so you have. What do you mean? 'Tis just as the right honourable gentleman so succinctly put it afore. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how'd he put it now, nothing more than a formality. Oh yeah, he's super guilty. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, he's super guilty. I really don't know what to make of all this. Was there evidence for a strange anyone, or was it fake? His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said. The stinking rich are always guilty of something. You, mark my words. I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely park. Now the proceedings have unfolded in this way. I'm compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. I thank you kindly, my lord. Yeah, I don't like this. I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court. But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain of the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth. Lord Van Zeeks. My lord. The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution's at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place. My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection!
But, wait. Remember back here at the courtroom, Lord Van Zeeks ordered the evidence to be secured. I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter. That's so unfair. The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment. What? Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. What? Do you mean to tell me it's all been a grand waste of time? 'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go and try to change the law. Magnus McGilded. Good grief, you've more to say to me, have you? Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over. Oh, something to be looking forward to then. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not guilty. We technically won. I don't feel happy about this confetti. This is... Why is there fireworks? There should be none of that. I can't believe it. This is an outrage. They should have examined the evidence more. What are you talking about? The man's been cleared. He's innocent. Can't believe you're abandoning justice like you're abandoning first. I'm sorry! Ozzy, I'm sorry. I didn't want to abandon you or justice or anything. It was an accident, I swear. The courtroom pandemonium for the second time this day. The judge just delivered his verdict. Hey, you're disappointed? I'm disappointed too, trust me. My first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty. Ostensibly a victory for us. It's a victory I don't feel good about, though. Ugh. Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber. That certainly was a long trial. Yes, it was. First ever trial in foreign soil and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Miss Susato. Thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that. Sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection. Aye, that you did. Mr. McGilded. And that girl is with him too. Well, it seems the stories are true. Oh, what stories? About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off on this verdict of not guilty. I'm sure you must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say? Yes, definitely. I heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And I have you to thank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it. Wahaha. So, as promised, can I set the omnibus on fire? You can now, because this guy's getting away with it scot-free. He almost definitely did it. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything. What on earth are you saying, fella? How'd I walk out of there a free man, then? I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning. You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. Haha. And 'tis water under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared. But nothing's resolved. There's only one thing that matters to me. Oh? Aye. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and obstinate deed. 'Tis grand, is it not? I suppose it is. This case is, it's full of disappointments at the end. This is... I guarantee... Yeah, he's going to be a character that comes back, and I guarantee later case he's going to be super guilty of something else, and we'll be able to pin it on... get him properly jailed. Now the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take details in hand and sort out any weird details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I have absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay. Wahaha. It's not that funny. So then, as we agreed beforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella. Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that much. I'd be whist. Yeah, humble people are you from the east. Hey, Ace, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're just finishing up this case. Well, if you insist. But have this, still and all. You deserve a reward. Mr. Magnus McGilded. Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom. Into the courtroom? What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe. Hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There are some changes to the schedule. Well, I must be making tracks now. It's time for the inspection. Sorry? What inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. They're going to examine it again? Now? Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help wherever I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is. Huh. So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous. So he's going to go in there and help them verify his fake evidence. Fuck this guy. Fuck the rich. Nah. I hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain. And there he goes. A free man. Undeservedly so. Oh, I forgot she was here too. Don't move. Whereas I want to say, get a move on. She really does take forever to load that thing. Mrs. Strad, would you mind putting that thing down? You're grown up. Sorry. And I ate all grown-ups. Ah, there you are. Who are you? Naughty, naughty, running off like that. What's with this jaunty music and this sassy lost child? Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now? I'm taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ha! Oh, do you want to play? Then you won't beat me. A lowly mad scientist, god damn it. Excuse me, but who are you? Why do you have a bazooka? Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. The inventor? Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. you have to be shrouded in smoke, you could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself. Do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all? I just took my eyes off it for a moment while I was changing into a different omnibus, and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon. What's it, what? I have no idea what this girl's talking about. Anyway, you're coming with me now, back to my laboratory. What? What for? To apologize, of course, silly, to my technician. What? You mean, say sorry? You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. An adult? I don't listen to no adults. Come along then, follow me. Fine, have it your way. Oh good, you see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing, in the end. Fairly sure that's what she wants, is not to get shot by that massive gun of yours. We'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all the fuss. Okay, a small child with a bazooka just kidnapped a street urchin. Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now too? Yes, you're right. But where to? Oh. We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner than we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff. I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings. But this late out in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. Don't worry though, I have a plan. Worst comes to worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night. Please tell me you're not thinking of McGilded Park. It may be a little bit chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through. I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London will freeze a young person just as easily as an elderly one. Yeah. Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable at all. Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded down. That 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room, or mansion. And so, what are your thoughts on Mega Halucha from Jimmy? Doesn't look bad. It's the best of the Megas that they've revealed so far. Of the new Megas they've revealed so far. Because I've seen Mega Victory Bell, seen Mega Dragonite. Not fond of either designs. They're fucking goofy. They're very, very goofy. But, I'm not necessarily... I don't dislike it, is the best way I can put it. Looks like Grey Mysterio. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, Halucha is a Lucha. So, Lucha to Lucha. Like, honestly, the Mega looks more like Dragon Lee or like, Sin Cara to me, with a bit more pizzazz to it. The trials determine our worthiness for the study tour is over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we're certain to learn, there are more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over. Yep. As I knew. We're going to be seeing McGilded again. Guaranteed. Oh!
What's going on? Get the fire brigade! Water! Bring water! Quick!
Ah! Mystic D! Oh my god!
How did this happen? I don't know, sir. By the
Mystic
time
D
I got
did
here,
it.
It was already engulfed. No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating.
No.
No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there.
This can't be.
Oh, he's got a face scar too. Jesus. Lord Van Zeeks is he's very specific aesthetic. Fucking going yay arson. Very McGild inside the burning omnibus. Well, we're gonna find out next case, which is gonna be next stream, because yeah, right around now is a good time to wrap up. Now that we've finished up the third case of 5 in the first game. On the adventure of the Clouded Kokoro, and which will be next week's Saturday stream. But honestly, this was an interesting case, to say the least. I'm glad we wrapped this one up. We're 3 cases in. This is going faster than I thought it would. I'll be 100% real with you. But yeah, I am very, very glad that y'all got to come and join me and see this case through to the end.
let me go to the end stream because we're wrapping up now. But yeah, I want to thank y'all for stopping by. I hope y'all have some wonderful plans ahead. Miss XD, I know that's late for you. You get some sleep. And yet, you're not welcome for the meme. I actually feel really bad about that. Yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. I will be seeing you again on Monday. I'll be joining Wazzy on Monday stream because it's Labor Day. And I'll be joining her there. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And find some time to get some fresh air. Admire nature. Take some time to admire nature this weekend. In the meantime, goodbye for now.